Israel from Tesla Owners US, and today is the big day. My baby is coming back and we pick it up from Gruber because we transport it there. You know that story. And then let's see what was the problem. There was some problems with the connectors and the fan assembly itself. And you will be with us and see the results.
Hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is...
Yeah, the final repair I probably have to postpone to a later time. So we checked the additional filters on the system, but there is something in the way. I think there's a bar in the way which goes around there, and we need to rethink that a little bit better. So that VW filter, that almost fits, but not exactly. Unfortunately, there is not a lot of space there. And then they also had to fix the connector. The connectors were really burned out where the power is. There goes probably a lot of power through that connector. And on the insert and on the plug, on both sides, the connectors, the pins were damaged and the connector was burned out, and that needs to be repaired. And they had all the parts there. They were quick, but there's not even a week. So, well, just a week. We brought it there while we were going on vacation for a week, and then they kept in contact with me, also with text, and they did a quick repair. They had all the parts there. Astonishingly, it's quite difficult to have Roadster part at the Tesla locations there, but they did have all the parts there. We are happy that they did it so quickly, and then let's go and pick up the car. Here we go. Here are the cars waiting to be shipped. And there's a blacked out one. Okay, we have to be back at Gruber, and we have interesting stories. And Pete tells me that we have, Elon has number one, that's Elon the black one.
Founders right? Roadster number one. Martin Eberhard has Founders number two.
And this one,
and this customer has
is
Founders
number three.
And this one's for sale.
This one is for sale.
Yes, actually it's a pair.
It's in a cherry red.
And this customer also has a Founders Model S number 3, which is that one there.
Yes.
And we suggested just leave it because it's part of the history.
Yeah.
Right here. You see how the carbon fiber weave is actually showing through the paint?
Oh, yeah.
They didn't fix that back in the day. They just simply sent them to customers. So, you know. And then the Model S, same thing. It has gaps. There are panel gaps in the back. It's even
this is a big gap. Look at my finger.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
the whole finger comes in there.
This was first generation. The engineer that they hired that bought the metal stamping. These parts came from the automotive ice world where everything was steel, and he didn't realize that aluminum relaxes after you stamp it, so you have to overcompensate. Oh! And that's why there were panel gaps in the back. Things like this. But again, we told this customer, since this is a collectible car, just leave it the way it is. This is part of its history.
Yeah.
So the other thing I want
and
to
now they try to achieve a panel gap like Lego. Right?
Right. So battery work.
Okay, battery. Okay, we're looking at battery now.
We no longer do battery work in amongst the cars.
Yes.
When we do battery work, we battery bunker. And in this room, or in this lab, is where we do all of the charging and the recovery processes for either Tesla Roadster battery packs. I don't see any Model S right now. All of these stands are for the Model S packs.
Yeah.
And what we built is jigs. So this will either accommodate a Tesla Roadster pack, or if you put this over the top, then it will handle a standard Model S, Model X battery module.
Yeah.
And each workstation here has a power supply where we can dial in the correct voltage for either charging the bricks.
Here is that dial.
Right. And yeah, it will charge up to 50 volts, up to 5 amps. And so in here, you turn on the computer and may see when we're doing any kind of work in here.
Yeah.
And this is where all of the battery work takes place now.
Okay. Excellent, guys.
Yeah. And then these are donor sheets that are being kept alive for roadsters.
Yes, when you have to exchange some, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. And everything here is repurposed. These are UPS parts, critical power equipment parts.
Yeah.
This is a shelf built by our comm division. This was originally built for AMC movie theaters. They
Yeah.
were getting new projectors, and they needed a special kind of shelf for that, which we built for them. This is one of the leftovers.
Yeah.
And then to provide voltage all down the bench, these are repurposed critical power, what are called bus bars. We
Yeah.
have the plus and the minus, so we carry that 50 volts DC all the way down to the end of the workbench.
Excellent, guys. You are improving.
Yes.
That's why Tesla buy part from you. It's the other way around.
Growing and yes, expanding.
Yeah.
So here's a life support car that just came in. And,
Yeah.
What's happening here is we're going to keep the pack alive until it goes up on the lift for surgery. Then we drop out the pack, we find the resistive cell, and this pack is 100% again.
Okay.
Over here, they're working on 3 battery packs at once. It looks like one pack up to
Hey, Victor.
Yeah, you remember Big
Hey, Victor. I saw that, Mikey. I saw that you have found another filter.
Another what?
Another filter.
Oh,
Those
another
filters
filter.
in the front. Yeah, we got
and
two.
filter on the front there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There's a flatter version of that of mine for my filter, and that's probably a version which rather fits here, or right?
Well,
Mine was hitting the bar here.
both, either the short paper one or the larger reusable washable one.
Yeah.
Both should fit. It's just that it doesn't sit flush because of these 2 mounting points for the outer case. So this outer case comes off, right, with ease. So if we want to put it flat,
What do
These
we have
two-
to do? Huh? When we put it flat.
well, these screws where this outer case mounts onto this
Ah,
piece
yes,
is in the way.
These screws are in the way. These ones.
You know, just off the top of my head, the engineering mind is kicking in. If we make a different shroud that doesn't have these obstructions, and we make that shroud capable of mounting a filter on, then I think we've solved that problem.
Yeah.
By the way, this car came from Ukraine.
From Ukraine.
From Ukraine, before the war craziness though, so it survived, yes.
Well, good that they had it still there.
Yeah.
Right?
Very few brilliant yellow roadsters exist, so this is one of those rare ones.
What'd you do, Rolf? What'd you do? Oh my God.
Yeah. We still have to make a project for that, guys, so that we get a nice filter on top of it.
Yeah.
So maybe we have to have a flatter filter, or, but the main thing is really that screw is in the way. This one here.
There's a service organization, independent repair guy, Neil Wise, in
Yes.
the UK.
Yeah.
And he's actually successfully made a filtration system for the power electronic module using these fans. Are you on Facebook at all?
No, only my wife.
Okay.
But
well,
I can look him up.
yeah, tell her to go to Tesla Roadster Owners Group.
Yeah, okay.
This is who?
Tesla Roadster Owners Group.
Mhm.
Okay. So he created already a device for that.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. But that's my fan, right?
Mhm.
I have the motor is in here and it connects with the what you call that one here? The
One center rod.
center rod and then it operates two of
You
the
see, you
fans.
see how this is the casing. You can take this part off. There's
Yeah.
4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then
Yes.
this outer piece comes off.
Yeah.
But this here is where, because on the single fans,
Yeah.
it doesn't have this setup. It's a clamp on rather than a bolt on.
Yes. Yes. Do we have a single here to compare?
Yeah,
No.
over here.
Yeah. Let's use the single one to compare. Oh, I have to translate it all in German.
See how there's no mounting bolts? Because the
Yes.
casing is snapped together here,
Yes.
together.
That's what I had where I put the filter on it here. And the bar is different for this one as well. And you are producing this part, right?
Yes.
This carbon
So we
fiber
would
part.
need 2 of these for you. 1,
Yes.
2, and then your bar goes over. We would need to swap that bar for this one here that goes under.
Yes. That is quite a good expense.
So 2 shrouds, 2 fans, and 1 sway bar.
Wow. And then the connector splits as well, right?
Yep.
This is only one fan?
1 fan. Because this is a 1.5, so it has 1 fan on the bottom for the motor,
Yeah.
and then the fan for the PEM is mounted on the side of the PEM.
Okay.
So, let me
Yes.
show you.
I think you told me that before. Tesla Motor Group in Great Britain. Okay.
So on the 2.0, the PEM fan is on the bottom, along with the motor fan.
Yes.
On the 1.5s, you see how they're longer?
Yeah.
Well, right down here,
The light went off. And then
right here,
Yeah, behind.
is the PEM fan. So if we lift this here, you can
I see it here. Yeah, that's a PEM fan.
it's mounted directly in the PEM, giving direct air injection.
Okay.
Versus it being on the bottom and having to travel up.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Okay. Let's do the best. What we can do. Let me contact this group first. So, did you buy that for this purpose, these ones, in order to test it? Because these are not mine.
Yeah, no. This is the one that I purchased to
For me.
complete yours.
Yeah.
This is one of them that they said, we have it. Let's see if it works. But it's paper. These
Yeah.
get dirty pretty quickly, and then you got to throw them away. This one, you blow off, rinse off, put it back in.
Yeah. Should I take them, or you want to keep those parts here until we go do the project?
We'll keep them here
Yeah.
until we
Okay.
do the project. I know
Yeah.
where to get them. I know what they are. I
Okay.
have their part numbers.
All right.
So it's not a problem.
Okay, good. So we got the car repaired. We did test drive, a 5-mile course and another 5-mile course on performance. So just tell us a little bit what we did. We replaced the fan with the new fan. It's actually an electric motor, and with a drive shaft. There are 2 fans on the left and right
It's a
side.
dual fan motor.
That's a dual fan motor with 1 electric motor to it.
Yes.
And then
One
we
motor cooling
replaced the connectors as well, right?
Yes.
The connectors are those ones who are always burning off, right? Is there one connector is on the wiring and the other one is in the PEM, or where is that connector?
So when the PEM fan is becoming faulty and resistive, it tends to heat up the wiring, causing the connector on the PEM and on the harness, both female and male connectors, to overheat
overheat,
melt and burn.
and then you see the burn marks there, and then there's no heat sensor to it because Tesla deleted too many parts. You know that story? Parts deleting. They had no heat sensor in it, so I cannot figure out until it burns off.
Right, so
Right.
you'll go ahead and start getting faults, indicating that your fan is overheating, the PEM is overheating, and then it'll stop charging.
For me, it was very quick. Cutting faults, and then after 10 miles on the highway, it stopped. Right?
Yeah.
So it was a hot day. Okay, good. We say thank you. We pick up the car. I'm driving to training now, and we have to postpone the project for a little later. But you know what we want to do.
To be
okay.
continued.
All right, to be continued. Right.